And we are live, I think.
Oh shit, we've done it again. Welcome back, folks. We've got Masta Marx here today. What's crack-a-lackin'?
What up, peoples?
What up? He's got his legit MC microphone set up, as you can probably see or not see, depending on what viewing or audio platform you are watching on.
Yeah, I pulled it out of the booth.
Oh shit.
Got it out of the vocal booth. It's got the pop filter on it.
That's like filming your clips horizontally.
It's the important things you got to do with the tools you have.
You do it on the condenser mic. Must be serious.
Marx, be serious.
Must.
Marx.
No, must.
No, Marx, be serious.
It's not Must Masters.
Oh, so what? We're just gonna pun our way through tonight, are we?
That's probably what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Because that's why I'm sitting down. Because if I lied to you, then I'd be like on my bed or on my couch.
Too good. Too good.
How are you, Jaron?
Look, Jaron, I'd take a seat on the puns, but like as you can see, I'm standing.
Yep, that's gonna be a thing for tonight. Is it actually going to be a thing? You're just gonna stand the whole podcast?
Well, yeah, probably.
Cool.
I might even do a rap. I don't know.
Brilliant.
Definitely.
Well, it's awesome that we've got the audio sorted out.
I know,
Linked
right?
up this time. We figured it out, folks.
That's really cool.
So what's been happening in your life, Jaron? What's going on with you?
What's happening with me? I did cleaning today. Monday's my cleaning day now. Watch out. And I've been selling things on eBay. You know what?
Oh.
That's the one reason I would never buy PC or Android ever again, is that their resale value is just so bad. It's like, I was able to just sell an iPhone in like 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And no one like asked for a discount or anything like that. It was just, oh, you have an iPhone?
I want it.
Yeah, I just want your iPhone. Let me buy your iPhone.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a pretty eventful day. Mark's put a hole in his shin. Not a big one.
Really?
But
yeah, done did it.
So what, you guys were training today?
Yeah, we went out and found this new spot in Neutral Bay. What did you think of it, Marx?
I liked it. Like, it's good to start there.
Yeah, it's all like
moving on.
One level. It's not really like too kind of dimensional in that sense. Like it's got a set of flat walls and then a couple of lumps.
I would say that it's like a pretty low risk spot, but
it usually is a low risk spot. But I mean, it was nice because it's across the road from post office where we used to live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one.
And so what, there's a new spot there?
Yeah, they've temporarily closed the road and built like a, what do you call it? Like a little arcade, not arcade. Like
Plaza?
Plaza.
Yes. Plaza is the word.
Yes, so they built a little plaza there. And seeing how that goes. Hopefully it stays and then gets upgraded and then they build a real spot there. That would be really cool. Yeah. And yeah, I just jumped on stuff for something completely different.
Oh, yeah.
I have been jumping on stuff. But what I wanted to quickly just give to the viewers is you're probably not watching this live because you haven't clicked Patreon yet. So if you want to see the podcast live and get some questions in for our guests like Masta Marx, make sure you click the link below for the Patreon. And that way you can be live on the podcast, get exclusive access. And that goes towards supporting me progressing life financially.
You can be live like him and I.
Yeah, just supporting me. I appreciate it, guys. If you do that. Little self-plug. We can do all the plugs. What's coming up for you in music, Marx? What are you collabing, working with? What's released recently?
So I've been doing a lot of secret work on the side.
Ooh.
Like I haven't really been talking about it too much, just releasing a little thing here and there and a feature on somebody's track and then another somebody's track and then maybe another somebody's track. But I got a couple of things cooking up. A solo project, a duo project, and some overseas features and collaborations that I'm not quite ready to announce, but
Of course.
you guys are here, so you're hearing it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. Yeah, I mean, I used your recent track On the Run with a Czech Republic rapper.
Yeah, so that's DJ Czech. He's currently in Sydney, but he is from Czech Republic.
Yeah, that was really cool to have like an international mix of rap on the track. I think it adds to the worldly parkour.
It's
thing as
actually
well
my second track with Czech. So that was our duo track together, but we also had an 8-bar verse each on a more recent track released by Raw Records called The MC, which I believe you also used.
for my front flip compilation. Correct. So if you've seen the front flip 2020 compilation, that's Raw Records and Marx's record label working with that. And then on the 2020 compilation, the full movement compilation, the first song is On the Run with DJ Czech and Marx. So make sure you check those songs out, and also you can find them on his Spotify, which is linked below.
It is linked.
Check it out.
Check.
Oh,
Czech
Lord.
Repub, and then lick the pint that you get at the pub.
Yeah, before you do like a public, you should check.
Yeah, because
Check
otherwise, yeah, maybe do a private lick instead.
No. It was pretty interesting that there was so much, like, shout outs to the Czech MC, just being like, I love to hear some Czech in the morning.
Yeah, there was a lot of comments on that. People being like, "Whoa, I'm listening to this video," and then boom, Czech rapper.
Yeah. Well, it worked. That's the thing. Czech rap works.
And I think it just has, like
Oh, Czech rap works.
Czech rap.
You know.
Yeah, but if you write up a check, then you're gonna have to cash it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different kind of check. You're all welcome.
This is just like stick and move.
Stick and move. Oh, mate, that is the name of my conversational tools. Got that from Jack Black.
All right.
Whatever happened to Jack Black? What is Jack Black doing nowadays? Remember Tribute?
Well, that was
Tenacious D.
Well, Tenacious D was what
Carl Gas.
kind of broke him. Like, greatest song in the world was their breakout song, but then he did all the Tenacious D movies and stuff like that. But he was actually in a bunch of movies before that. Do you ever remember? It was based on the book called Dave the Jackal, or maybe it was just called The Jackal. It was a Bruce Willis movie, and he's an assassin. And anyway, Jack Black is in it and gets gunned down by a 50 cal automated machine gun.
Oh, I did not see him in that.
Well, it's great.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Who, Bruce Willis or Jack Black? So Jack Black is just basically making TikToks.
Oh, okay. What a lot of celebrities are doing.
Yeah.
Fair.
He's
Marx is going to start an OnlyFans account, we've decided.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to be him doing his chores in his tidy whities.
Good times.
I'm sure for some.
We just have to figure out the market, the demographic. We haven't quite,
Marx kit.
Which Marx would appeal to.
Go for housewives?
Yeah. I think Marx has got a good appeal in the gay community.
Oh, yes.
I think he's got,
Well, I would suggest then, instead of tidy whities, go some kind of.
Well, granny panties?
No,
Granny
just
panties?
fabulous underwear.
Oh, yeah.
Bright colors, possibly sparkles.
Would you vajazzle your underwear, Marx?
For money, yeah.
Yeah.
Money.
Well,
Man's gotta eat.
we're talking about
Man's gotta
OnlyFans
eat over
here, so.
There's a lot of songs about how they live in the hustle. That doesn't sound like too bad of a grind.
I mean, funnily enough, OnlyFans hit me up and they're like, "Hey, we see you've got an account, and we like, you know, like." I was like, Saturday night, like that's not us. We haven't done that.
Wait, so someone made a Domtomato account on OnlyFans?
I think so.
Whoa.
So they could potentially sell it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Later down
that's
the
an
track.
interesting
Oh
one.
no, you're gonna have to
But-
be Domtomato 1.
No, that'll never sell. Everyone won't know who I am anymore.
Oh no.
That would
What's
be
this numeral after his name? I'm not okay with that.
Yeah,
Tomato Dom.
Tomato Dom.
Tomato Dom.
That's an
Or
interesting
like
thing.
Condom Tomato.
What about Tom Domato?
No, you can't spoonerize your name.
I
Yeah, you
can
can't
spin it
spoon
out.
that. Condom Tomato, I think, is the good consensus right now.
It is OnlyFans, so I think you're fine
I'm not
doing
tomato-
something
yeah.
like that.
And then I'll always wear a condom over my head.
Oh, actually, how about this? No Condom Tomato.
Oh,
Oh,
raw.
It'd be like,
Raw
I do
tomato.
it raw.
Yeah,
can we
raw tomato is way
Anyway,
better. Of
can we
like a-
please shout out Guido in a
Oh yeah,
VR
Guido, come say
helmet?
hello.
Oh,
but-
Levi's jumped in a thing.
Oh no, that's
Levi's playing
Levi,
VR.
right? Oh, well,
Hola, Guido.
Hola, how are
¿Cómo
you?
estás?
Hello,
I am good.
Mike. Buenas noches.
Buenas
something
noches.
called-
Buenas,
Shout out
bonsoir.
something to all the Spanish listeners.
Yeah,
Buenas
almost.
noches a todos los oyentes latinoamericanos.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm international. I'm cultured. We have cultured friends.
I like cheese too, bro.
So speaking of VR, Marx, you recently got a few games that I've been playing Beat Saber, which is where you slide. It's like advanced Fruit Ninja.
Oh yeah, Beat Saber's great.
So you got to do it to the
like
beat.
training.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marx
so
is pretty ridiculously high level at it. He kind of looks like he's like a Jedi defending bullets. I'm like at the stage where it's still like rhythmic.
Yeah,
It's a good
Yeah.
game.
It's like
It's pretty straightforward. You got two lightsabers, both different colors, and blocks coming at you with corresponding colors. And the blocks also have arrows, so you have to cut the corresponding sword. Cut the corresponding block with the right sword and in the direction that it's saying.
Yeah.
interesting.
To music.
And so is that now? Do they use like fairly advanced divisions? Like you doing all the triplets and just like having to randomly do rests,
It depends on the difficulty,
right?
because usually they're writing something. They're following something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think with hard, they seem to be more following like the beat and the
Like
percussion
the
style.
more fine parts of the percussions.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
like
then-
dun 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 dun. And then
with
experts.
with the expert plus, it sort of just turns it into like this full fucking, this bloody choreography.
Yeah, no, it's it looks unnatural when all the blocks are coming at super speed like that. They're just like too intense,
Yeah.
too intense. And then other than that, what else have we got in the VR? You got Player One? No,
And there's like climbing games. There's zombie apocalypse games.
oh, that one I played. That was cool.
Right now, the boys are playing this game called Population One, which is essentially like Fortnite, but VR. So like it's like a battle royale game, and you find weapons and you try to take out the other teams, and then and like Fortnite, you can also like build in front of you. But what's pretty cool about this game, obviously besides it being in VR, is you can climb anything, and then essentially like you can't really jump, but you can like run off anything, and then put your hands out like this.
And fly. That's
Or
crazy.
glide.
Ah.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
How long does the average match last?
Sometimes too long for my head.
Was that like an hour?
It could do,
Wow.
because it's a battle royale game.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I've never played a game that's taken an hour because the map closes.
It does the same thing as Fortnite where it grows in as well.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like VR Fortnite.
Wow. So they just took Fortnite's like thing and they're just like, hey, we made a new game.
They definitely didn't do that. They're like, it's a battle royale, so they like went in with the whole genre
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
of battle royales.
Yeah.
Wait, somebody
those
died.
comedians.
Wait, Levi, somebody died over there. Oh no, okay, I see. Sorry, my bad. I'll shut up.
You got a podcast to do, Max. You can't instruct him via.
I got my brother killed.
Oh man, that's never the way to go, Max. Even in real reality, not even virtual reality. So what I was gonna ask is, do you want to put on a beat, and then I would say you should do either.
I want to test to see if that works because that's like something that I haven't tested. I know that the turntables work.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do that test now. Ready?
Yeah. See if you got a beat, and then see if you can. Either you could do one of your writtens, or you could do a freestyle. It's up to you.
I'm just gonna check if a beat works.
Check if a beat works.
Oh,
I was
back on that, are we?
Yeah, back to checking it out. You know, check them up.
Up on the turntable before, and I know that works.
All right, here we go. Yeah, live test of the system.
I don't hear anything. Thank you.
No, I don't hear anything either.
Well, just gonna put it out there that I also do not hear anything.
Oh, don't lie to me, Jaren. I'm sure
Ah.
you're hearing something.
Well, you know.
Well, in between this, I'd like to say that it was pretty cool to see Tempest. They did their online grand tournament, which is like all the winners from their monthly competitions then submitted 4 runs against each other.
Oh, so they did new clips.
Yeah, I believe they did new clips because I judged them and they were new clips.
That is good.
Each round was a different run, and I was like, damn.
So has that been announced?
Yeah, so the winners of that were Elise Bickley and Bart van der Linden.
Can we check this out?
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
cut straight back.
This gives Marks a chance to test the music, and we can go and have a little geese.
Yeah.
So go to the Instagram of Tempest Free Running. Haha, not your DM, not your DMs, Jared, not your DMs. Get out of your DMs,
Yeah,
Jared.
it's pretty funny that it goes straight to my
I
DM.
figured out a way. So here's a little lesson, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to
what
it.
I'm going to do is there's a stereo line in on one of my turntables.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go in with my phone in through that, which is connected through a particular interface. And that should allow me to play a beat live over the wire.
All right, how far off are we there? Oh, you're still connecting it up. All right, then we have time to look
This is
at...
the winner.
Yeah, look at stuff.
Boom, 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 boom. So the thing that stood out, so Bart and Suresh were head to head for a lot of it, other than the twin parkour guys as well. And I think the thing that really stands out about Bart's run is just his exceptional flow. There isn't a single missed beat, missed step, missed placement. He's always...
Bart is so good, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just unreal as an athlete.
He's been so good for such a long time as well, which is pretty inspiring.
Yeah, and it's just been managed to continue it, through the year as well, which is so good to see. And then of course, if you go one more slide right, you'll see Elise from Sheffield.
Boom.
Gain a gap, run up, side pre, speed step, toe shoot, 360 roll, up, back tuck, pop, roll. And again, the thing that really stood out about Elise's last run here was the flow. No wasted steps, no wasted motion, everything connected seamlessly into the other. Even this back tuck here, she opened up her chest a little bit so she could roll down into the next link. Yeah.
Yep, there's no extra steps at all.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And so that was really cool to see. Good. Did want to give a shout out to Suresh. His runs were unreal, and he's such a powerhouse.
Well, maybe we can find that stuff in there.
Sarush. He's the only person, I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
Oh.
They were all in the stories except for the champion runs.
Well, what is this? Why'd they do that?
Because the voting was in the stories, Jared.
God blimey.
And I also thought that Nagani always does an amazing job.
He probably has his run up on his thing.
That would make a lot of sense, bro.
Yep. So which one is it?
Well, all 3 of those last ones, I believe, are Tempest ones.
Oh, right.
I may be
All right,
wrong.
which one?
Go the middle one. Middle one's really good. Double side, Kong up, switch around. Sorry, double side. Yeah, boom. Yeah, this is the lag. It is much faster than this, but it's cool because the lag's allowing it still to be seen without, boom, double full to finish. Like,
No.
I mean, you can just see by the power through the line and the quality of like movement that he's doing.
Yeah.
Like that link into congainer makes a congainer super hard.
Yeah. That's really cool though. He's very, very poppy.
Look at this one. This one's pretty nuts.
Hello.
Boom. And he goes through.
Hello.
Hello. Congainer. Boom. Catch. Boom. Double. Up. Like the proficiency in which he's doing these tricks is so insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's
He's super just like bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's
This
that?
is just another post.
Kids
Good
doing
gain and pre.
cheat gain and prees. That's a thing
Yeah.
now. Who would have thought? Who
So he's
would have
21.
thought?
And if you go back as well, and we'll have a look quickly at Nagani.
Yeah, but I can't, so I'll just...
Nagane.
No, we're going just back to here.
Oh ho, you are going back.
Nagani.
Yeah. And then the middle one is definitely run, and I think maybe the one that's on the bottom of the full volume. Hey, that's a beat. Hearing something now, Marx.
Are you hearing that?
Yep.
But yeah, I think Nagani's like 14 or 15, and she's just absolutely ridiculous. Like really high level of tricks, up there with some of like the top guys in Japan in like her ability to blow out really hard moves. So I'm sure we'll just see the next few years her just absolutely blow the scene away.
Yeah, right.
Just the
And so
two.
she was runner-up for this?
Yep. So she was behind Elise, and one thing I do credit to her is that her runs are outside. I really, really like that her runs are outside. But the only reason we couldn't judge against anyone that was in the gym is because of lockdown and that sort of thing. It's like, what access do you have?
Yeah, of course.
But I love that all of her lines are outside and really good use of space, really good like kind of ideas put into the run as well.
Tom, where's your comment saying that you're the best person ever?
Probably somewhere.
Everyone else is like, Nagani, you're the best.
I had to remain impartial as a judge.
Oh, right. Maybe you did.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
No, well, I mean, there's plenty of athletes we got to shout out, but I think Marx has enabled himself to play a beat, so we can take it from there and have him do a little.
Maybe. Can you hear this?
Yes.
Yes, and
But-
it's quite clear.
No, but when we talk, it doesn't limit it. Oh, this is good. That's good.
Down. Just got to turn the volume down a little bit, but I can hear it.
Yeah, it's good.
How's that?
He's good.
Sounds okay. Like levels on my voice.
Yeah, it's not limiting it, I think.
Okay, I'll do a little test freestyle. Yo, check it. I'ma put it down now, even though I'm breathless. That's Mr. Marx, seat reckless. Also, you better check it, just like the gling on the necklace that I don't have. Yeah, it's Mr. Marx, seat. I grab the beat, then I commence to blast beats. I'm nasty when I grab it. It's Mr. Marx, seat. Grabbing microphones is my bad habit. And I'm a dragon, breathing fire. How was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it all sounds good.
Oh,
I think when we talk, it cuts down a little bit on your end, but
When you
if we
talk.
don't talk, it sounds fantastic.
But the level's good and all?
levels
Like
are
with my
good.
voice? Okay.
So we will just shut up.
Alrighty.
Go for gold, and then just when you feel like we'll talk after.
Yeah. Yeah, I got stand the podiums, the champion, the pandemonium, Miranda blowing in off at the street, but had an opening. Yes, and please, best believe, about to spread this epidemic like a sex disease. You see, we put it together, the dream team, the bee's knees, hit with precision that's easy or grimy. Peace be behind me, leave me the wealth of my loneliness. You freaks need to hiding, stop the alphabet to E, or to have an F to give. I've been on the opposite of what is repetitive, more constant than helicopter propeller spins. Recycle flows, could drop a load of the yellow bin. I knocked the remnant away from your skeleton. You get my penmanship at expense of the sensitive. Yeah, I felt the defeat, wading knee deep, but luckily I'm not face down in the feces. I stay alive like the Bee Gees, but only just enough to go home like E.T. Now we be, I live at the board like a Ouija. The letters to connect, we don't select. Yo, it's creepy. The type armed with golden mics that shows the people scream as if they've seen the poltergeist. I'm cold like ice, the liquor mixed with malted spice. We were told we can't cut it, but we hold that knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
That was a slick one for you.
Oh yes.
That was lovely.
That was.
Get those thumbs up going on the YouTubes there for that. Give us a thumbs up there.
That's it. It's all love.
That
It's
like
all
button.
love.
Oh, we got a new verse.
Oh, if you want one, let me just rack my brain. Okay. Yeah. Check the beat too. See if it's gonna run out. Yeah, actually it is.
Oh, it would have ran you out halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have ran me out.
Duh.
So, feeling this swing? So I gotta give. I'm actually just playing beats off of YouTube. The channel that I'm playing it off is Fat Cat Beats. I've been just jamming to that a lot. It's got that old school vibe that I love. Yeah. Hey, yo, we kick the raw rhythm. Tell me if you're with it. The syllable placement is basically autism. We talk ism, spit freeze better than your rhythms. I'm that big cat who scratches more than the small kittens and needed some more mittens because it's way too hot. Taking me away from my safety spot. The flame will stop, but they will not. Busy breaking my shackles and chains, I'm taking off. Yeah, the rhythm is rugged, the brain is soft. A locked box that possibly contains a lot. And I had to push back because the Newton's law. I maneuver through the score, the people to get me through the door. Oh, more lyrics, the troubadour. That is a troubadour, but we'll continue doing more. Resume the war, but never presume at all that I would never ever let the feather human fall. I stand tall and keep it iller. As Mr. Marx, see on the streets, I'm known as a gorilla. Top biller, making all the money like a thriller, not really.
It reminded me of heaps of shit. I was just thinking about, like, 10 years ago now when I started rapping with you because you were already rapping back at the house in Burwood. And yeah, it's been cool to watch, like, you have the craft for so long, but then now, like, take it to that next level and actually, like, produce a lot of stuff and
Do something with it.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you go to write a rap, have you got kind of usually a subject matter or like a topic you're going to write about, or are you just focusing on just the rhyme patterns and stuff like that?
It's always different. Sometimes it's like influenced by whatever the topic is. Sometimes it comes from like doing like a freestyle and you're like, oh, I really like that connection that I accidentally did. And then you build upon that.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes you just see something like a phrase out in the world and you're like, oh, that kind of has a rhythmic bounce to it. I wonder if I can match that pattern.
Yeah, I mean, I find, obviously, we talk about this a lot, but today's music is less focused on those rhythmic patterns and the bounce of things and more on, like, things that sound cool. Like, I got a Chrysler. Or, like, you know.
Because everyone wants a Chrysler.
I don't take care of my teeth, so I got grills.
Yeah.
Is that basically why grills became a thing?
I have no idea. I don't want to diss on anybody who's rocking grills.
So whoa, hold on. If you're wearing grills, you probably have alright teeth. You know, we're not saying you don't. You know, but if you know the history of grills, you can comment below and let us know where grills originated from.
And I want to know, does jewelry get you hot?
Does jewelry do it for you?
Does it like turn you on?
Is jewelry what you need? Is diamond and bling the answer to zing?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, I see what you did there with the rhyme patterns and the hey.
Yeah, you see, it's all in theme. Rhyme,
Yeah.
rhyme scheme theme.
Ryan scheme theme, bro. You know, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Max. Tell us about your label, because I don't know anything about your label. So it's Raw Records, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, there's two. So I got Raw Records, which has got a whole bunch of artists in it. It's grown quite a bit, and then there's also Who Knows, Oz. Big shout out to them. I actually because of that group, the second group, that's where I regained my passion to really come in and start doing hip hop seriously.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they're shout out to them for life. They're my homies.
Yeah. That's so good. It is like
A
one
big
of
shout
those,
out to Ra too. Like they believed in me and they still believe in me. And they're the ones that are putting out my music.
yeah, it's nice when you have that, like, you know, external support for your craft. I remember even when I started parkour and I had like Ish from Novel Ways giving us shirts and that sort of thing. It's like that external support and recognition really helps fuel your drive, you know what I mean? And gives you that like
It's
motivation.
easy to jump from a platform.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Huh? You like that one, Jaron? That was like a knowledge pun.
Knowledge fun, good. I'm glad I was here for all of the puns.
All right, so from Raw Records, you also have Who Knows, which is
Who Knows isn't a part of Raw Records. Who Knows?
no,
is
they're separate too.
Yeah.
And how does Who Knows work? What's the deal there?
So it's a totally different vibe with the music that's created.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more. I think that like it's quite level. Like, you know, it's like the music that's made from Who Knows is like it's quite real and it's fun and it's less about what people want and it's more about like what I want or what like whoever else in that particular posse wants and delivering like not so much delivering like like I don't know, like an algorithm or a pattern that's already like proven, like making something that you want to make and putting it out there.
Yeah,
Right.
that's really cool.
Ra is exactly the same way. But let's just say that like when I do the stuff with Ra, it's mad, it's fun. But when I do the stuff with Who Knows, I get to utilize what I call the dark side of rhyme.
Mm-hmm. So you would say it's more specific in a way. It's more like targeted, and Ra is kind of a like more a wider variety of range of just tracks and
Well,
sounds.
I will
and
always
artists.
agree with the T-shirt that Wu-Tang is for the children. So both Who Knows and Ra is for everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah. I see you.
But there are more songs maybe not targeted at kids in Who Knows than there are in Ra.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be more experimental in Who Knows.
Well, the experimentation is the same, but it's like it's more like with the tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I
It's
get
more
you.
targeted.
If I wanted to make some dark shit, you know,
That's who you'd make it with.
that's where I would probably make it with.
Got you. Yeah. It feels that's really cool, man. It's nice that you have two individual kind of places to take that creativity and to burst that out. And do you find as well, like, what would be, you know, anyone that is an aspiring rapper out there or is wanting to take their craft more seriously? What would you recommend that they do, especially now that they're locked in their home cities? Or what would be like the first steps you take?
You're locked in your home. Just jam beats, grab a pad and a pen, or like, you know, get your notepad out on your phone or something like that, and just start like writing down rhymes. And like, just there, that's it. You just write down rhymes. If you're inclined to, I totally recommend learning how to freestyle because really important thing about freestyle is that it sort of forces you to use like your own flow that you can't really like practice anything. So if you start rhyming and feeling rhythm and rhyming on the beat, it will give you like a natural flow.
Okay, I never really thought about it like that. You know, for me, it was always about
it'll
like
give you it'll more than that. It'll give you the knowledge of your natural flow and how to like sort of work that. Because like, and you'll never really fully be able to achieve that like full individuality with rap without like putting yourself in that stress position.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, what do I say and how do I say it? You know? So like that comes to the next question. What would I say and how would I say it? Well, you don't really know if you haven't been put under that.
Periscope.
Maybe not a periscope, but pressure.
I just wanted to use a really like nonsensical word to put
I think
there.
microscope is a closer one.
No, periscope's way better, guys.
Yeah, right,
It's
sure.
way off-
Fucking
off-
periscope, because obviously you're upside
It's a
down.
periscope. Dude, Jared, it's a periscope because his analogy is underwater.
Oh, see, that's legitimately smart. I just used a word that I thought was funny in the situation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And to go a step further, Marx, if they wanted to reach out to like local rappers or rappers from their area or the musicians around their area.
Okay, so being involved in hip hop, one thing I know is that like rappers love to rap straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like so inclined to like meet up with other rappers, I recommend do it. Like try to organize like a cipher or something like that. But like, yeah, like just if you know somebody raps or does music of some kind and you potentially might want their skill or something, like, I mean, if you don't ask them, it's already no.
Yeah. Yeah. So reaching out and just kind of making contact with those people that you see on a similar path, even if they're not necessarily.
You've got to reach out because you never know who will actually like respond to your call.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you might even poop yourself one day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You might even make one of those connections that you never thought you would.
That's right. That might happen.
Yeah, man. Well, that's really good information, I think, for anyone who does want to kind of get into rapping more. I know there's a lot of people in parkour.
Oh, actually, I do want to say something about
hip-hop.
rapping. If you want to get into rapping, learn about rhyme.
Mm-hmm. Instead of learning about chains and grills and
chains, grills. Like I often hear songs about like struggles that like aren't really somebody else's. Like, you know, when you listen to a song and they're telling you stuff and you're just not convinced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like
they're trying to sell you a story.
Yeah, so people like there's an ongoing argument about accents. You know, like if you're from Australia, using American accent. So I'm actually on the side that you probably shouldn't, but just for rapping, because in rapping you use your speaking voice, and it's all about phonetics. So if you speak,
singing.
and it's all about phonetics. So if you speak with the Australian alphabet, the way that we pronounce things, but then you rap with the American, at some point you're going to come to sentences that you actually haven't practiced in American. So it's going to come out like some jarred, like half thing, where you have like where you like
dance
you sit
when
in the
you
bath,
prance.
where you sit in the bath, but then you go to the bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should be sitting in the bath and then going to the bar or something like that.
It's got to be all one cohesive package. It can't be like some of this, some of that.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that, like sort of that breaks the illusion as soon as you hear that, like just that one little like yeah, which I'm a fan of the yeah. I love the Aussie twang. I understand slang a lot more, so when people do like particular word plays, I can really hear it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think that's one of those things. Like the more you know about a subject, the more clued on you are to it, or the more it's distinct in your, for example, your ear. Like when I watch jumps, it's like, you know, all of the body movements are so dialed in visually. You get that like really over analysis, over critical. Like if it feels wrong, it really feels wrong. It's jarring in a way because you're like, I'm so absorbed right now. Yeah. Jeez. Wow. Jaron.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you have to ask slash
No,
plug
yeah,
slash?
but I forgot what I was going to ask. It was something great. It was an Oh yeah. So Marx, you've taken up hip hop full time, and you're just kind of going for it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just going for it, man. I lost my job just before Christmas, and but like I don't know. I sort of just like reaching out to my community to see if anybody needs help, and you know, obviously people always need help. So it's slowly happening. I'm hoping that this year I can make it work and become a full-time musician, studio or recording.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to say is if there is any musicians in Sydney who want to use a studio and you need things mastered, Marx is also doing production side of things. So do you want to?
I don't want to offer out my mastering too readily, but like I definitely have a good
booth.
space to record in, so I can definitely I can have stems made for you.
Okay.
He's the mastering Marx.
Mastered by Marx will be the shop eventually.
Eventually, it's already there, isn't it? Like it's just.
I've done some work that I'm pretty happy with the with what I call a final chain. You'll probably it's in a different language because that's just I don't know how it goes these days. Working with a Spanish dude, it sounds pretty good so far.
Nice. Yeah. It's cool to have like a kind of tangible way to monetize content and space. That's been one of the hardest things with parkour, but I guess with music there is a lot more kind of production tools that are already staple usage and that people might want to kind of get access to. And I'm sure that you'd be more affordable.
You may not have like a microphone or an interface or like a treated booth or something like that, or like a dead space or anything, things that you might need to achieve whatever. I have that.
Yeah, readily available, and it's not going to like cost you an arm and a leg like a normal studio where it's like $5,000 to use it for an hour.
I have the tools and the knowledge to create music and help anybody with that kind of stuff, as I am doing it too. So it'd be like learning together.
Yeah, and that's also like with everything, including parkour, that's all inclusive. If you're aspiring, or if you're well on your way to, and you just want to create, there's like that
or even just toe dipping.
Just dip your toes in, huh?
Give me that toe dip money.
I think that's one of the things that I've kind of noticed from the outside looking in about the hip hop community. And when I meet the other artists you're collaborating with, it is very inclusive and it is very like welcoming, and one of those things where a lot of the artists just want to see each other progress and the best for each artist. So that's really cool to see that correlation there, and that you've managed to stay in a community that's nice and not cutthroat in any way. Hey. Well, yeah, I think unless we got final thoughts for the week, we're pretty much plugged.
Well, funnily enough, it's like we've gone from we've had our 25 first episodes, and now we're coming around full circle, and it's going to be a case of kind of starting again. We now have now have our different layout. It's going to take time for people, because now we have Patreon as the way that people are coming through. It's a little bit different. You're not getting push notifications like we're pushing out the Patreon notifications, which is interesting. You actually get those notifications
on the Instagram.
Yeah,
and you get emails about the Patreon. So
which is funny because YouTube, not everyone gets those
bells.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't.
Well, the idea with that is this is like my Netflix service. It's like the Domtomato Netflix. You get the extra bits of content that you would for a paid subscription, and then you can see your free-to-air TV on the other channels.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, to wrap up, check out my Patreon.
Well, what I would say is, do you want to take us out, Marx, with a thing?
With a freestyle.
I was going to scratch. What do you reckon?
Do that then.
Do a scratch out.
See if it works. If it doesn't, I'll just start rapping.
Yeah, it's been great to have you on, man.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
I'll definitely see you tomorrow when I rock up.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.